I'm TerryDavidMulligan. This is the Mulligan Stew Podcast. Thank you for listening, checking us out. Just a reminder, if you hit that subscribe tab, this podcast will come to you each and every week for your dining and dancing pleasure. Mariel Buckley is our guest this week. She's been on before and will be on again in the future because she's one of those voices, singer-songwriters. You want to watch how is this story going to play out? And intriguing, Mariel and her record label, Birthday Cake, the one started by the brothers Landreth, have released Everywhere I Used to Be, the Deluxe edition, which includes 2 new songs, Prairie Town Dreams and Sad All the Time. And she's on a roll, friends. This is a good year for Mariel Buckley. She has been nominated for the Western Canadian Music Awards Breakout Artist and Roots Artist. She is going once again to be a performer and a showcase performer at Americana Fest in Nashville in September. She's headed for the Edmonton Folk Festival, and I think every week is going to bring a new experience, a new high for her. I like the way she handles the questions and how she opens herself up. Actually, there's a moment in the interview when I asked her about going out on stage, and she made a comment about, I think it's Hate This Town is the song she's talking about. And she's saying that when audiences in Europe sing the song, she says it tears her up. It's, how am I going to top this? This is fantastic. Anyway, enjoy. Mariel Buckley on the Mulligan Stew Podcast. It's Mariel Buckley, and I recognize that look. My daughter does the same look.
What does that mean? What's that look?
That look at the camera. Yeah, okay. BS. Welcome to Mulligan Stew and CKUA, your friends at CKUA.
Hey, man, thanks for having me back.
I took a look at the one sheet, by the way. Down the very bottom, it said CKUA, second most played album of 2018. And then right below, the number 1 album of 2018.
Not bad.
That told you that people liked what you were doing.
What a nice surprise.
I got this line up here that I started to do credits and notes. I hope you're well.
Yeah.
I hope you're well, by the way. Nice to talk to you. Really nice.
You too, man.
I've got these notes here. Everywhere I Used to Be. Deluxe.
Deluxe.
Deluxe is for Elton John and the Stones and all that stuff. Deluxe means everything. Is all of a sudden you're beloved, and they want more of that belovedness. And you had a couple of songs handy, so now we have a deluxe version of Everywhere I Used to Be.
Deluxe apartment in the sky. You know, I don't know if it's that it was outstanding demand as much as it was a great way to remind people it's about a year old and try and, stimulate the sales a little bit again.
Wait a minute. So it was all a marketing ploy.
Oh, I'm pretty sure everyone knows that, but it's pretty fun, man. It's cool to get to revisit it a year later.
So they came to you at Birthday Cake and said, we need a couple of songs to do a deluxe version. And did you just happen to have a couple of songs?
Yeah, we recorded those 2 during the same session. So they were done, right at the tail end, and then they just didn't make the cut. So they've just been sitting waiting to come out.
Well, you and I exchanged on-screen chat back and forth, and I said, It's like, they're like Runts of the Litter, and I love Runts of the Litter. And I knew I'd like the songs just like that. So for one reason or another, they didn't make the cut, make that first album, right?
That's right. Yeah, mostly it was just that one of them is a waltz, and I already had a waltz or 2. I think I have 2 waltzes on there, so I was just trying to be conscious.
Is there a waltz content going on here?
No, it's funny. I used to have that, and then I'm really in my Willie Nelson phase, and I'm like, man, this guy has like 10 waltzes a record. Like, no, there is no number or limit. So next time I won't put those limitations on myself, maybe.
Okay, just to get us going, because I have permission. Let's play Prairie Town Dreams, one of the first songs. If we read it, if it's like my favorite marketing ploy is the movie Snakes on a Plane.
I love that movie.
That's a movie I want to see. It's Snakes on a Plane. This is Prairie Town Dreams. Is it really about Prairie Town Dreams?
I guess yes and no. It's pretty, it's a bit of a painting or a scenelet to growing up on the prairies, which is kind of the whole sort of, MO of the record. I don't know if it's as much about my dreams as it is about dreaming of the past, which again is a pretty pretty Mariel Buckley. It's a, pretty standard trick that I use now, the nostalgic tint over everything. So yeah, it's more me dreaming about the past and where I kind of came from.
Okay, let me play it for folks, okay?
Yeah.
Because this is Mulligan Stew. We have to play some tunes. It's a Saturday night, for Pete's sake.
Get it to him.
This is Prairie Town Dreams, new from Mariel Buckley.
I go to sleep with Prairie Town dreams, gas station postcards, VLT machines, moan of a whistle, jacks where they took out the trees, broke down reservations, the dirt under my feet. Weeds, wide open plains, take me home again. I'm gone now, more than I ever thought I'd be. Yeah, I guess that's something. Yeah, I guess that's something. My neighborhood, first stretch of concrete. You were up Lakeview Crescent, I was up 37th Street. Only one restaurant, bar around the backside. We'd never get busted when we'd sneak inside. Gone, my younger days. I was wilder then. I'm older now, older than I ever thought I'd be. Yeah, I guess that's something. Yeah, I guess that's something.
That's Everywhere I Used to Be, the deluxe version, and one of the two new tunes that will make you run out and buy this album again. Prairie Town Dreams. We'll have sad all the time in just a second, but you did reference looking back and writing about your life. When you've used up that well, do you just start looking forward, or do you move it into present day, or can you still mine those dreams?
Well, that's the kind of exciting spot I find myself in now, right? Is I've done these kind of two records that are very sort of personal looking back. And now I find myself writing for another record, and I'm really kind of trying to stimulate myself to try different things, to write differently, to look ahead, to look outside, to look within still, because that's obviously easiest for me. But it's certainly, I think that it's helpful to move away from looking only at oneself, because I think you can get tunnel vision if you do that too much.
Yes, I can see what you. Yes. It would. I'm trying to place myself in your position. It would be, but what if? What if there's nothing there? What What if I've seen
There's
it on
always
there?
something there.
There's always something there. Or you can make it up. Doesn't have to
Totally.
be, could be somebody, one of your friends. Turn in one of your friends and turn it into a song. You know,
Big time.
they don't have to know unless they recognize it. Now, I was doing this list. I'm sorry, I'm so excited I got carried away. And there's no greater honor that I can give to an interview subject than to have a list.
Oh, thank you.
You're up for, 2 Western Canadian Music Awards.
Yes. Yeah, that was a nice surprise.
Breakout Artist of the Year and Roots Artist of the Year. Okay, that one, your Roots.
Sure, yeah, you betcha.
Some would paint you country, some would paint you folk, but Roots covers it all. This Breakout, how long have you been breaking out now?
I mean, you know, that's always the funny thing. I think this is my 7th year doing it full time. I would say that, though, things feel like they've been peppering along probably the last 3 or 4. So, I mean, that category always makes me laugh.
Oh, it's a blur. Your life has been a bit of a blur. You know that.
A little bit.
And when you put your head down and when you wake up in the morning, you think, oh my God, I got to do this interview at 8:30 on Mulligan Stew. Oh no, this is this is going to be crazy. So now the rest of the list is the Polaris Music Prize long list. You know, there's some pretty posh names there. You know,
you're telling me, man, that was pretty wild. That was a big surprise to me.
Did you know that Polaris was not a car?
I didn't actually. Well, I did. Okay. Now I know.
Okay. And then here's the deal. You're going to do a showcase for performer Americana Fest. You're going to be a showcase performer for Americana Fest in Nashville in September. And that in itself has all sorts of possibilities.
Yes, that'll be my 3rd time down there, I think, as a performer. But this time I'm going solo. It's not announced yet, but I'm getting to play at the Bluebird in the round, which I don't know who it's with yet, but I'm very excited. Obviously, you know, it's like such a historic spot, so I'm really chomping at the bit to get down and do that.
Do you know who's going to be sitting in the front row at the Bluebird?
I hope it's Vince Gill, but I don't know.
It's Jason Priestley.
Oh, that would be sick too. I would take that.
Right there in the front row, looking at you going,
hey, buddy.
I do want to give a shout out to Michael Litton, who was the director of Neon Blue Video, because he got a nomination as well, right?
He did, and,
Well
and he
done.
did an incredible job on, which I know is a shoestring music video budget. He did a wonderful job, and it was a great experience. So thanks to Mike for sure.
She is Mariel Buckley, and she has released Everywhere I Used to Be, the Deluxe edition, and has a long list of credits coming along the way. And we welcome her back to Mulligan Stew and CKUA. Also, how'd the Winnipeg Folk Festival go?
That was so fun. I haven't done a festival in a minute since probably like last summer, right? And even last summer, we were still getting back to it after the pandemic. So it's been a few years since I've done like a few workshops and a concert. But I love that festival, and I had a really great time.
Did you go solo?
No, I brought the band for the
Okay.
concert,
Okay.
and then they sat in on a couple workshops. So we were having a great time.
And how about the gig at the King Eddy?
Oh man, that was really fun. Me and Tim sold it out last night, and we had a great time. It's really fun playing with him. That's like such a great way to go into vacation mode here for a few days.
So the first thing you do on vacation is talk to me. All right, never mind. It's okay.
Well, you're a nice guy. What do you want?
And you're coming, thank you, to the Edmonton Folk Festival.
You betcha.
Cheers to that coffee cup.
Are you going to be there?
Yeah, that's yet to be determined.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, there's another story.
Well, I hope you're there.
Well, me too. Frankly, in my mind, I'm already there. I'm there. I just want to go to something pretty important. You said this previously. I wrote this album, of course. I wrote this album for losers and underdogs. I want every outsider, lost soul to feel safe and seen in these songs. I wrote it for everyone who is ready to make a change, and especially those who aren't. What kind of feedback did you get from the audience one-on-ones over that?
Man, it's been like, it's kind of hard to put into words because I'm still grappling with, I'm a music fan first and foremost, like you. So when I connect with a song in a deep and meaningful way, I know how profoundly it can grab me and stick with me. And so having people share the kind of stuff they've been sharing after the record came out has been really, really validating. People have really been very supportive, and also seem to feel really seen. There seem to be a lot of losers out there. Go figure.
But you've changed as well.
Totally. Yeah. And for the better, I think. That record felt like a bit of a monkey on the back, know?
Wow.
Yeah, I sort of think that's kind of how I work. I think it's catharsis, right? So it's gone now, and I can look at it and I'm in a better place. I'll find new stuff to get sad about, Terry. Don't worry.
Well, no, wait a minute. Hold on a second. So will it now be happy and boppy and sing along and yeah?
Oh gosh. I mean, no, the lens in which I see the world is very tinted by, sort of the injustice that we're still seeing so much of. And, there's still a lot of things for me to channel, but I think at least for now, or for the bulk of my work, I've tapped into a lot of my trauma, and I think I can give that a rest a little bit. I'm feeling a little bit better, which is really nice.
And then Sad is about relationships. It's about depression. In many songs, you can find relief and hope, which is I always believe. Sad is none of that hooey.
It's just a pretty unflinching look at being mentally ill and being with someone who doesn't really understand how that sadness works. It's a different kind of sadness.
Jesus.
It's not abject and subjective. It's sort of ever present and looming. And especially if you're in a relationship with someone who's not maybe being good to you, it exacerbates all that stuff. So it's really just a very personal tune about struggling to be present in relationships.
And then, of course, being in the business that you are, once you've written it and you've released it, you have to sing it every freaking night.
Well, thankfully, that one's such a deep cut that only on request will I do it live.
Okay.
But I do love, I also find that song kind of funny and cheeky because of how morbid and morose it is. So I do like to sing it every now and again.
Let's all get morose. This is Sad All the Time, the second song from Everywhere I Used to Be, the Deluxe edition.
If I wait, you'll call and I'll answer. It's the same thing every time. Call it quits, then you get bored of it, then wanna see me later on tonight. Think I'd have kept my distance, there's no angels or obvious signs. So I play the up and down, I guess, until you change your mind. 'Cause I'm just sad, sad all the time. Yeah, you used to hate it. I'm sad all the time. There's a church, Chinese food and liquor, all pressed up to the same strip. Like every western town, I guess. Why change it if it still seems to fit? God damn it, ain't there somewhere better for a fool like me? Instead of watching those lights go down, somewhere down 63. 'Cause I'm just sad, sad all the time. Yeah, you used to hate it. I was sad all the time. And maybe I'm tired of waiting, and maybe I'm tired of crying when everything's on your watch, darling, but I can't read the time. 'Cause I'm just sad, I'm sad all the time. Yeah, you used to hate it. I was sad all the time.
She's Mariel Buckley. I'm TerryDavidMulligan. I can swear I'm vouching that she is Mariel Buckley.
It's me.
Yeah,
That's Terry.
it is. Let me get you back to Edmonton Folk for a second. Are you bringing the band or solo?
The concert, I'll have a band, and then all my workshops, I'll have a steel player.
Do you know who's going to be in the workshops?
Yeah, I've got one with Drayton Farley, who's a really great Alabama songwriter I'm pretty pumped about. And then I've got another one with Nora Brown, who I played with in Winnipeg. She's a monster fiddle player from Brooklyn. And one of my favorite Canadian artists ever, Tim Baker. So I'm super excited to sit with him because his record is what got me to make this record.
I'll see those names and I'll raise you one. I'm heading up to the Courtney Comox for the Vancouver Island Music Festival. I'm going to see Dave Alvin and Jimmy Dale Gilmore on stage together.
Oh, so good. I saw Dave Alvin in Calgary and it blew me away. So that's really cool, man.
And Ricky Lee Jones.
Oh,
no kidding.
So good.
No kidding. And Roy Forbes is going to do Thistles, the whole album.
Roy
with an all-star.
Roy's going to do a record
with an all-star band. He's going to do his entire Thistles album. Doug Cox asked him to do that. And finally, on the Sunday night, it'll be those Hunk of Burnin' Love brothers Landreth.
Aren't they just something? Love them.
Yeah. And what a story this has been for them as well. So I mean, this feels really good that everybody's sort of coming together. We don't have to have bands flown in from somewhere else to do the halftime show at the Grey Cup. We've got our own artists, and that's the way it should be.
It does kind of feel that way, hey? Like Canada is making, especially Western Canada, and I know I harp on that a lot, but like I think all of the best music really does come from the prairies, and it's being exported, and people are talking about it, and that's exciting.
Now, tell me about that moment. When did you realize that it wasn't just a guitar and a microphone that you had control over, but it was your future and your life right smack dab in front of you?
Oh man. I mean, I'm a very self-deprecating person. So the idea that I'm ever in control is challenging, but this record and the cycle and everything that's kind of gone on has certainly given me perspective that there's so much to work towards and to look forward to. So it's been pretty wild to have that perspective shift in myself. And I'm not sure I still fully understand the kind of control you mean, but I'm working on understanding it.
When did you realize that you had stories to tell and songs to share?
Well, I would say actually that part of me has always kind of been awake. I think since I was very little, I was sort of like, I have something to say, and very sensitive and uncomfortable, but I have some stuff to talk about. And I don't know when I felt like I was, good enough to say it, but certainly now, I think again, the sort of like my 30s, cresting my 30s, I became just more comfortable with myself and ready to share that stuff.
I'm happy for you.
Thanks, Terry. I'm happy too, man.
I am. I'm happy for you. So now we've done the Deluxe, but let's go back to Everywhere I Used to Be. What one song on that list of songs is going to stay locked in your heart and head for the rest of your life?
Oh, there's a few, but definitely Hate This Town is the song that I would call my like sleeper sad hit, because it just, when we went on tour with that song in Sweden and all over Canada, and then in the States also, I've had people sing that song very loud and in numbers far greater than I would have expected. And it's like, it's a bit emotional, but it's so cool because that song is so dark. And I was kind of like, not sure who this is going to land with, but it landed and then some. And so I love that song. I love that people feel themselves in that song.
Have you ever stopped singing and just watched them sing it?
I kind of can't, because I get a little verklempt. I had one moment in Sweden where it was like a very large room of people singing, and I was like, I don't know what to do with this. So it's pretty special, man. That's, gratitude abounds when that sort of stuff happens.
Wake up too late. How the hell did I get back home? Lipstick stains, ashtray. Can't bear to throw anything of yours out. Buying cocaine outside the Circle K. Who cares if it kills me anyway? What's the point? Staying clean for Christmas. Beat up, same old joint. Drink until I feel like talking. It's hard to feel, so what's one more pint? Either way, it'd be nice to feel something. I don't wanna hate this town. I'm just trying to keep my head down. What's the point when everybody knows your business? See him turn the lights off in our house. The hell am I supposed to do now? God damn it, I hate myself. God damn it, I hate this town. just trying to keep my head down. What's the point? What's the point?
By the way, while we're on stage, tell me what happens in the 10 to 15 steps from the side of the stage to the spotlight and the microphone. Is it a blur? What do you tell you? What's the conversation inside, internally? What happens?
On, like, walking on?
Yeah.
Leave it all out there. Do better than the last one.
Wow.
That's all it ever is. It's just, I love the sports mentality of performance, right? It's just like, get ready, get comfy, give her. And then if, you're only as good as your last show, try and do better every time.
Give her.
So
now the new tunes. Let's talk about new tunes for just a second.
Do it.
Have you got a bag full?
I do. I've got like 8 that I like. I've got about 20 that I hate, which means that they'll become 4 that I like.
Or they'll be part of the next deluxe edition.
Totally. And then I have, I'm going away today to do some vacationing and writing and amalgamating. And I've got like novels of notes in my phone to sift through and start building pieces. But I do have a few that I really like that I'm excited about.
When you win that Grammy, what will you say in your acceptance speech? Oh, that's not fair. That's not fair at all.
Well, I'll be like 90, but I'll say, thank you. It's been a long time coming.
You know what was really cool about those last Grammys was Bonnie's moment.
And people not knowing who she was.
Well, hold on a second. I mean, we got lipstick and fur and crap and spandex and BS and bullshit all over the place. And then she comes out with a frickin' guitar.
People are like, what's that?
And lays it out.
Oh, just crushes. And like to see, her as this long-standing musical figure just continue to be recognized for her musicianship and the caliber of her songs. I was just so pumped for her. And then to see the Bros, Landreth, also kind of recognized alongside with them having written Made Up Mind or whatever. Unbelievable how cool that moment was for especially people like kind of close to the Bros. Like we were all pretty, we were all checking on them and sending them love. And like, I still think they should be I hope they're still riding high on that because it's so cool.
Yeah, because then they went to Australia to the Blues Festival and she was playing the next. Yes.
I know. It's so cool, man. And there's also like a point in your career, I think, too. And I mean, for them, it's like, it's amazing and it's popping off. But it's sort of like when you start to meet a couple of your heroes around at festivals and venues and stuff. And like on that tour this fall, I had the pleasure of meeting someone who I'm a very, very big fan of. And the people that will take the time to really be kind to you and like open their space and world to you and share information and be there for you. That's such an invaluable thing that happens at kind of the middle of your career. That's I'm really happy to see that for them. And it's kind of starting to happen for me too. So that's great.
I'm seeing a lot of happiness here.
Yeah, man, I'm feeling good. The cycle like beat me up really bad. And then now that I'm cresting out of the spring back into summer, we're seeing some shows again. Life feels pretty good.
Has anybody asked you to act?
God, no. I mean, I think my face would be too expressive.
No. It's got nothing to do with the face. It's this heart and soul. And I spent years acting, and I know what it takes. And somebody's going to put a script in front of you that's just going to blow you away.
Make me the Canadian Ryan Bingham. Make it happen.
No, it's going to be a character that you know well. It might be a version of you, or someone that you know very, very, very well. But I'm telling you, there is a script being written now that will have your name on it.
Oh, man. Well, frig, I wouldn't say no. Corby's even doing movies now. I liked his movie, Guitar Lessons. Did a great job.
Maybe it'll be the sequel to Snakes on a Plane. I don't know.
Snakes and tarantulas on a train.
This is fantastic, and I thank you for the new music. I'll look forward to seeing you in Edmonton.
You will see me there. I can feel it in my bones.
It's all of that and more. And who knows how this is all going to roll out for you. But I just think it's fantastic.
Thanks, Terry. You've been really supportive to me, and so has CKUA. And I really, truly thank you guys so much for putting so much into me. It means a lot. She's
Mariel Buckley. We're going to leave you with what other tune? One more tune. What do we play? Oh, Shoot. Can we do the duet with the brothers?
Totally, you can.
The Vince Gill, is it a Vince Gill song?
Yes. Yeah. Nobody answers when I call your name.
Nobody answers when I call your name. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I play it. It's my fave.
We did that song every night on tour, and it was
damn, like man. I would kill to hear that live. Well, fantastic.
Was it ever?
By the way, if you want to do it in Edmonton, I'll do your harmony for you.
I did bug them about singing it, so we'll see. Maybe that'll happen.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
I rushed home from work like I always do. I spent my whole day just thinking of you. When I walked through the front door, my whole life was changed. 'Cause nobody answered when I called your name. A note on the table that told me goodbye. It said you'd grown weary of living a lie. Your love has ended, but mine still remains. Nobody answers when I call your name. Oh, the lonely sound of my voice calling is driving me insane. Just like rain, the tears keep falling. Nobody answers when I call your name. Oh, the lonely sound of my voice calling is driving me insane. Just like rain, the tears keep falling. Nobody answers when I call your name. Nobody answers when I call your name.
Her name is Mariel Buckley. That was fun. Although we were talking about sad things, there's a lot of joy there. She's happy. I'm so happy that she's happy. We played you Prairie Town Dreams and the new one, Sad All the Time. 2 new songs included in the re-release of Everywhere I Used to Be, the Deluxe edition. Played you Neon Blue, Hate This Town, and Nobody Answers When I Call Your Name with the Brothers Landreth. I love the vocals, I love the harmonies, I love the song, I love the guitar work. Well then, thank you, Mariel. She is coming to the Edmonton Folk Festival. I'm sure you've seen her before. You're going to see an even better version of Mariel Buckley. Speaking of the Brothers Landreth, they were backstage at the Vancouver Island Music Festival. I was just going to do 5, 6, 7 minute interview. It ended up being about 15, 20 minutes. And it was good. It was really good. So I believe that will be the next Mulligan Stew podcast. I could change my mind, but we'll let you know as soon as we can. Just check out the website, mulliganstew.ca, and the Mulligan Stew podcast, and subscribe. Then the podcast comes to you each and every week automatically. Hope you're having a great summer. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being out there. Take care. Bye.